Hey everybody, hi guys. Welcome back to one more episode on Masterful TV, your favorite YouTube channel. So guys, I want to start this video by saying happy Valentine's Day to everybody, each one. Even though you don't have a Valentine today, what is so called that your love partner, and you don't have it or you have it, doesn't matter. I want you guys to wish yourself happy Valentine Day. So guys, just reminding you on Masterful TV, our agenda is to help you reach your best potential. And that's the whole agenda of this Masterful TV YouTube channel. So today's agenda is exchange of love, exchange of energy. On this Valentine Day, especially, I have got you an amazing couple who are going to share their secret recipes, I would say, so that we all can get inspired to keep up on our relationships. I know we all are doing amazing in everything we are doing, right? But still, inspiration from each other, some tips from each other can always help us to reach our best. Because I believe wherever you are right now is amazing, guys. This is a mindset that you had some years back, some months back, and that's the reason you're here today. Now, with whatever videos you're watching here on Masterful TV will help you more and more to reach your best. So today's couple is a very, very, very special couple. Why? Because they are my friends from 20 years back, I would say. So guys, I don't know if all of you know about this. So guys, by education, I am an architect. So I call myself BR by education. So we graduated together, this couple and me, we all graduated together in, I don't even remember, frankly. I think they will help me out to understand, but we know each other from last 20 years. And they are a couple into business together. They have been, so the story about them is very interesting. In 5 years of architecture, we didn't have any idea that these two both are going to get hooked up together for life. We were all shocked. So let's know the story more from them. But today, guys, this amazing thing is this couple is not only together for almost 20 years, but they are doing business together for 20 years. And their firm, Fourth Dimension, is one of the top firms in Mumbai and all over India. So more, I think, me talking about them, I want to invite Mihir and Rinki. Hey guys, welcome. And thank you so much for finding time and energy so that, you could share your tips and ideas and exchange of energy on this Valentine Day special. Thank you so much, Mihir and Rinki.
Good to see you, yeah.
I know. So
a different platform altogether.
I know. The world has gone virtual, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah. So guys, we were just, I think before we actually started recording this video, we were just talking. Guess what? I am seeing Mihir and Rinki, not even face to face right now, but virtually after 2004. I think I last met them at my marriage reception. I remember that. So, but I just want to say, guys, that thank you so much. I think to the social media, right, Mihir, Rinki. The thing is, we still are connected through a WhatsApp group. And Rinki, you are always in the limelight because your enthusiasm to keep the spirit in the WhatsApp group so that we all talk to each other is amazing. So welcome to Masterful TV. And
thank you.
Why don't we...
what you just said, even if you're looking at each other after 2004, it doesn't look like that.
Yes.
Thanks to social media, definitely we are still connected and we still know what you are doing and what you know what I am doing.
Exactly. So what do you guys think? Do I look older, 20 years older, or I still look the same?
I'm the only one who looks older. The only person who's aged in our entire group is me.
No, but Mihir, you still look the same, handsome Mihir. We, had, we do actually.
You look the same. You have the same energy and same enthusiasm.
I am so happy you said that.
I can still figure out, I can still see you, standing in that college corridor or performing for the annual days. It's still the same.
I still remember our sari day together. That was so amazing, right? Wonderful.
Just
So-
waiting for the music to start, right?
Exactly. Do you remember our dance parties? Oh my God. I still remember my dad
You,
telling me
Manpreet.
11 बजे के पहले आ जाना श्वेता. So, before we get into this Valentine special videos and, like so many questions I have for both of you, because I've seen your progress. I don't know, you guys are doing amazing, Mihir, because sometimes people who are growing so much, they don't even realize how amazing they're doing, right? Because work is the same every day. Could you just reflect on the story? Because I remember that I didn't know anything about you both in my 5 years of architecture college, but how did this love thing happen between you? And just tell us the magical story, I would say.
No, you start.
Well,
Of course, you knew both of us individually.
I know you guys very well. And also, you know what, Mihir? Something that really amazes me is if Rinki was east, you are west, right?
I was the furthermost end of West. So it's
You
like,
remember Rinki used to be in the, I still remember Rinki. I don't think Rinki, you ever left the first rank in the group, in the college, right? You were
she was the topper.
five, always top first, in fact.
The
You and
blacklisted
Amrita.
always.
Yes.
Blacklisted always.
And I think I was like an average. I used to finish my projects. And Mihir, you remember, used to come with undone or half done portfolio. And then
Somehow I
all used
managed,
to-
but I still managed
Yes, you did
to
it.
survive.
And see, right now you're doing amazing. So,
So
of
the
course,
philosophies are different, obviously, but
Yeah.
that's where the entire format comes in, right? So where you want the things to be very streamlined, she's the one, and where you want things to be tweaked, I'm the one. So that's how the format works.
that is fantastic. So, guys, can you hear me?
Yep, we
Yeah.
lost you, but now we can.
Is it back? Okay. I think these glitches are going to keep coming and going. That's okay. So now I can see you guys. Yes. Can you guys see me moving, talking?
Yeah.
Okay. So now that internet is stable as well, why don't we talk about your story? Whoever wants to start first. I specifically want to know because I don't know much details about it.
So I mean, you mentioned the part where she was one segment and I was the other segment of the students. So she was always been the sincere one, and I don't remember attending one single day all the lectures. I don't remember that. So obviously we were poles apart. Needless to say, my priorities were in life were very different. Hers were very different. So I think it was a small fight that I had in my group during some landscape group presentation. I had a tiff with Seema and all those Prutha and wo group ke saath I had a tiff, and out of rage, I knew Richa very well because Richa was part of my the team or the group that we had regarding the so Richa, I think Richa, Leena.
Yes.
Leena
Amrita, I
and
remember.
Amrita. So these three females I knew because we were in the same batch because of our surnames. So I knew them very well because we used to interact a lot, not much with Rinki. So
Not much. No, we never interacted.
never spoke.
I never spoke to this guy. Like for the 3 years, I never knew he is in my batch. This tall guy. He's like, how come you have not seen me? I said, you've never given a single submission on my hand. Why would I see you and where would I see you?
So
Yeah.
he always went by the book and I was always out of the book. So anyways, coming back to that, so there was a tiff and a fight between my group, and out of rage, I just went to their group where Richa, Amrita, and Leena were the three people whom I knew, and I like, boss, I want to be in your group. I will do all the work. You don't have to work. I'll do all the work, but just take me in your group.
Yeah.
So out of that rage, I just joined. So it was a group of 7, 8 girls, and I was the only guy. And it was a landscape presentation. So I was good at that time. I was good at doing models and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I came up with the idea that instead of doing a landscape presentation, which is in the form of a 2D drawing, you do the concept presentation. I'll do the entire thing in 3D in the model. So then that is something which nobody would expect. So that was pure rage. Is when we got I got introduced to Rinki formally. And I think that was the time when, so that presentation went well. We did very well. Our group presentation went for some inter-college competition and all of that. But post that, I think it was the rise of MSN Yahoo Chat or something like that.
Yes.
Hotmail and Yahoo Chat.
Yahoo was hit. Yes, you're right. That time Yahoo was like super hit chat.
Super duper hit. So Yahoo Chat, man, she was the one who used to stay awake in the night, and we happened to chat. So that was the conversation that actually started. So the conversation was always through chat, where we started talking to each other, understanding who is what and stuff like that. And I guess then post that, it was our final year thesis. Everyone was busy with their own schedules and own formats. And and we used to chat. I guess that was the only format of communication, that we used to chat a lot over this thing. And in fact, she already had some proposals from UK, US and stuff like that to get married. So as soon as she about to finish her architecture, I think she already had some proposals.
So we became, eventually through the chatting, we became good friends. We started knowing each other, and we became very good friends after finishing architecture.
So her impression towards me changed. After
a bit, it changed. Yeah.
So at least she started noticing that ye banda bura nahi hai.
He exists.
Worth talking at least.
But you know what, Mihir, you being such a tall guy, I think you always had attention, right? So
no, she didn't notice me at all. Imagine.
She was too focused, right?
Absolutely. Abhi, she is always focused.
Yeah.
But focused on multiple things. That's the thing which is changed.
So now that one of thing is you also, right?
Yes.
So that happened. We started chatting, and one fine day we were chatting only, I guess, over this Yahoo or something, and she was describing about a family whom she had met, and she was going to eventually meet the guy and all of that, and all of the horoscope and everything has been kind of sorted. And I just started teasing her over the chat that, yeah, how come? I mean, how can you eventually decide he's the one and you just go ahead with that person? There has to be something, right?
Wow.
Like some symbol, some ringing of bells should happen.
Yeah.
So we were just teasing. He's like, I don't know, it will happen. I like something you would desire to have. Ye 4 qualities hona chahiye. Something like this should be there in the guy that I want to be with all your life. And in that conversation, I was just pulling a leg, and in that conversation, she happened to just mention, I was like, which kind of a guy, like of the guys that you know, which kind of guy you would reflect to get? Like you, someone like you. And I was like, boss.
Oh my God.
Mute ho gaya, main ekdam mute ho gaya. Like, baad mein chat karte hain, I just hung up. And I did not sleep that night. I was scared. The reason that she was very, very decent.
I said that very casually. I had a very good sleep even that night.
Yeah.
I just said casually, it was nothing, any other intention was not there because we were good friends.
But Rinki, the thing is, he never realized it. And till then you chatting him. So
the format was very clear, because I knew that she was eventually going to get married and going to be going abroad or something like that with a well-settled guy. You know how our lives are once we pass out. 3,000, 4,000
it takes time to settle, of course.
2,000-3,000 salary you get, and you have to
seriously,
work for 12 hours and 15 hours.
The stipend, you remember?
Right.
90 days wala job. Oh God.
So my life was, I mean, at least that part of it in my life was sorted, that I'll take at least a couple of years to settle. And then we can think of actually getting married and stuff like that. So I was very clear. And in her life, it was very clear that she would be getting married in a year's time. Minimum. I mean, maximum within a year she will get married. So wo thought kabhi aaya hi nahi. Obviously, I used to like her. I used to enjoy chatting with her. Needless to say that she was very beautiful. She is very beautiful. So there was no reason of not getting attracted. But obviously, the idea was very clear that kuch hona hi nahi hai. So why unnecessary get into all of that?
Why to confuse her also? I think that was another scenario that must have.
So that was the thing, that night I could not sleep because I felt unnecessarily I have done a wrong thing with a girl like hers. And I happened to speak to my best friend, aisa ho gaya and all of that. So like, theek hai na, let her also respond and react. Like, main to baat hi nahi kar payega. So next day, I think a day or two later, we did talk. I think I think, फिर थोड़ा सा, I guess, where she was working, few of her seniors and all, she happened to speak to them as well. And they kind of told her, like, ये बंदा तो अच्छा ही है, ठीक ठाक ही है. And more importantly, you know him since 5 years. So that could be one of the factors. And thankfully, we got married to each other. Otherwise, impossible to survive if you are not in the same profession.
How long did you date? Like maybe at least?
I think we just
Hardly
went on one day.
One day, 15 November, that's it.
We met on that day and we decided to get married.
So it was like, so we went to what?
See, I'll tell you what happened during that process of finding some guy by my parents for an arranged marriage and all.
Yeah.
I was very sure I don't want to live Mumbai. I wanted to live here only and practice here. I've worked hard, very hard, all 5 years of architecture, you know very well.
Yes, of course.
So I always wanted to practice. And the guys that I was meeting were from UK and US and all, which I was not planning to shift to. And the guy that I met did not know architecture was. So then I spoke to my seniors and, how do I get married or how do I decide to choose he's the one.
Yeah.
So that is when the seniors suggested a friend of mine that if you know this guy since so many years, if you can talk to him at least for a few hours or something, you can share a few things with him.
Yeah.
Why don't you get married to him?
Exactly. And plus, I think he understands you because you come from the same background. Yeah.
Yeah. And she told the same thing to him also. So it was going
Smart
in
girl.
our head.
Yes, smart friend.
So, yeah.
Who paid her to do that?
God.
Absolutely.
She is God sent. Definitely.
Yeah.
So because see, we were confused, like after knowing for 5 years to each other, we were like, it is not possible only. If it would have been the destiny, we would have met earlier. Something would have happened earlier.
And you know how our college was like. There were like 7, 8 guys.
Hardly.
Yes. I still remember we were maximum girls. I think Rinki 11 boys and so many girls, right?
7 or 8
hardly
boys.
By the 5th year, there were 7, 8 guys. Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's how we decided that's how the whole mindset changed for me also and for him also.
So for me, it was very simple. I had decided to work on my own, get 1 or 2 projects and start kicking off. When I spoke to my friend and a couple of other guys, they were like, now, next 2 years, you're going to spend with kadiyas, carpenters, electricians. वहाँ पे कोई लड़की नहीं मिलने वाली है तुझे. So eventually, after 2 years, when you eventually decide to get married, what are the points that you will look at a girl? And I mean, her picture was like perfect picture for me. So I was like, okay, let's take the plunge. I mean, 2 साल के बाद या अभी, how does it make a difference?
Yes.
So that's when we spoke. I think I had 15, 16 coffees that day in that one date. And we eventually spoke, discussed, and both of us were like, chalo, let's put it forward to our parents. My parents, I knew that they would be more than happy to have her. The challenge was with her family because they had asked her before looking out for guys and looking out for proposals. They had kind of spoken to her and asked her, if you like someone or if you want to discuss about it, let us know. And she's like, no, nobody. You can just start looking out for guys and I'm good to go. So the challenge was on her part, I guess.
True. But wow, it's like one day truly magical, right? That's something it just intuited you guys to just make it happen. So tell me about that growth, Mihir, because you both started at the same age group and you both started the business together. So I think not only getting married was one of the agendas, but I think growing the business together, right? So how did that beginning go, or how was the whole journey from wherever you were and how are you doing right now? If you could just focus. So tell me more about the business part, that how did you work together? What are the qualities that you thought that, let's make use of each other on these qualities? As you mentioned, you guys are 2 different poles, right? It's like poles apart. So How did everything work out together? Maybe, any experiences you both want to share?
To begin with, I was working somewhere. So I had 3-4 months of experience of a job where I hardly did anything over there. I was not allowed to do as an intern. And he had got a freelancing project.
Okay.
So the day we got engaged, we decided to start working together, because even if we are going to get married and we have to work together, we thought let us start working together so that in this few months we'll get used to each other, how we have to work in future. So I left my job and we started that project together. So we got our first project together in Thane.
Okay.
So from Borivali, every day I should travel in the ST bus to reach the site. And that is how the journey began.
Okay.
So that is how all these 6 months or 9 months of courtship that you say, we spent on the site.
Practically, we are spending what, 12 hours, 13 hours a day,
Together,
but working.
Yeah.
So I think people date at the restaurants, at the cinema halls, and you started
Never,
dating on
We never
the
did
architectural sites.
We could never do that. And
But
the
I mean,
weekends were
but-
so tiring. The weekends were so tiring that we never used to go out on weekends also. Like 5 days of 6 days of work. Sunday I'm going to be home. He is at his home. That is how we have spent those 9 months.
But I think that was the best time, according to me. Well, she feels that it was the other way around. But I guess we got to understand each other more.
True.
We could understand our strengths and our weaknesses.
Yes.
I'm talking of work per se.
Business
Work
point
per
of view.
se.
Yes,
And
of
how
course.
do you handle
Of course,
situations?
work per se. Life per se, though we still are struggling to know each other.
I think so many couples will agree with you. Every day is a new challenge.
There is no time. If you ask me who is his favorite hero or actress or actresses, I don't know. I've never asked. I've never tried to figure out.
I think don't worry. I think let's ask today.
Don't ask. Even I don't know who is my favorite actor. There's no time for that, for sure.
True.
But we definitely, when we started after those few months, we figured out what each one of us is good at, what I am good at and what I can handle, what he is good at and what
Well
he
said.
can handle. And that is how we segregated our responsibilities that time. And we started working together.
That is such a wonderful thing what you both are saying, because as Mihir also mentioned, the strength and weaknesses. Because if you want to develop a business together as a couple, I think the most important factor is to understand what two partners are. It's not only that main sab kuch kar lunga, because you can't do everything in a one business. So Mihir, any specifications, because you mentioned about strength and weaknesses. Do you want to maybe just out of those?
I guess that much part, even you know how reckless and how casual I was in life. I still am. I still am. And
you were a cool boy in the college. I know that. That's like fun loving and yeah.
So no stress for me ever.
Exactly.
So kuch bhi ho jaye, I can sleep peacefully every night without any stress.
After that one night.
After that one night, yes. That one night made me stay awake. Uske baad kuch bhi ho jaye, dunya idhar ki udhar ho jaye, I can sleep.
That is so good. So good. Lucky you. Yes.
And I am awake and I keep wondering, how can this guy go off to sleep this way?
कितना भी stress होने दो, झगड़ा होने दो, side का issues होने दो. Once I reach home, I'm on the bed. I'm dead.
I think Rinki, and he sorted his life by just marrying you. You know that? He sorted it more.
Maybe.
So she takes all the load when it comes. So strength-wise, yes, I mean, I am pretty casual, I would say. She is the one who has multiple things running in her mind, like managing family, managing social things, office, work, household things. So for her, she's always on the run, and probably I'm a bit lazy also to take up those responsibilities because she handles it so well that I'm like, "ठीक है, कर रही है, करने दो," and I just do my part.
Yeah.
So I guess that's how it is, and I think so far so good.
Amazing. So I also know that you are blessed with two beautiful daughters. We're going to talk more about it, but I have a question for you. That, for example, if a project comes together, let's say a project comes in, how do you guys actually distribute between both of you, or who handles the client first, or how do you actually manage that? Because I think for couples working together, it's not only about just having that obsession about each other or respecting each other, but actually showing that respect, that हाँ Rinki तू ये कर ले, हाँ Mihir तू ये कर ले, and you actually give that time and love to each other and respect, not only at home, the way Rinki takes care of the responsibilities at home, but in office. How does this actually happen? If you could just put some light on that.
I think in our life, I think it never happened so formally that we decided or we even spoke about it ever.
Okay.
That this is your work and this is my work.
Okay.
That's how we have grown. It would have been, if there's no channelization or there is no specification.
There are no roles
defined.
defined.
There were no roles defined. Like there was no time only to discuss about this ever.
Okay.
I think still we've not got that time to discuss that. But eventually it happened very organically. Like there were from each project to project. But during that time or during that, the whole process, it was very organically done that way, that there are certain things that I was doing and he trusted me, I think, on that, whatever I'm doing. And there were certain things that he was doing and which I trusted him on that completely. If there was some selection which I couldn't go, I always trusted him that if he's going for selection, I don't think I have to question him on that also.
True.
He went with some drawing I'm doing is on some certain concept that I'm building upon for the design of certain house or a project. So I don't think he ever questioned on that.
Wonderful.
If she's saying, then let us do this, and he's selecting something, let him do it. If he's taking care of the site, let him do it. I mean, it was natural. We never discussed about it, but there was definitely 100% trust on what each one was doing. Like we had no time.
I think you both just went with the gut feeling. Is that right?
Yeah.
I just gather everything in that one word.
With the flow.
Yeah. Initially, both of us went for the same meetings together. Each one was good at explaining certain things. Each one was good at, communicating with the client. So then we were together and we were working for the meetings together, selections for together.
So we had an extended dates happening for, I think, 2004 to 2007, 4 years.
Okay.
Before we got our first child, it was like 24/7 working together.
We were together, right? So every day, like after the family has the dinner, I used to prepare dinners for them. And then after that, I used to go back to the office. And then at 3:30 or 2:30, I think we used to shut the office every night. There was one hotel or one small
joint
where we used to go and eat because it was open at 2:30, because by that time we were again hungry.
Wow.
So then I think 1.5 years to 2 years, we never took a break even on a Sunday. Sunday was the most hectic. So like by 4 or 5 in the evening, we had lunches on every Sunday.
Oh my God. Wow.
So that was till my daughter was born. This was our schedule.
Amazing. So, wow. So I think you started actually, as Mihir mentioned, I think Rinki, after dates actually started after your marriage, right?
Yeah.
So
we should take total advantage of
it. And 24 hours
again on the site and then the office. That is so beautiful, right? So of course, that's one of the reasons that I thought I could ask you guys, invite you all on Masterful TV, because I see you as amazing business couples. So before we go ahead with next question, I have a very prompt question. So I know you see Rinki very beautifully, but what are those qualities in Rinki that you really admire? That once you are with her, working with her, even at home, yaar, I'm sorted, that kind of stuff. So what are those qualities?
So whatever things she decides that she will take up, I mean, she takes up everything, all the responsibility. She's always available to take it up on the grabs. She's more than enthused to take it up. And I know once she takes it up, so चीजें sorted ही है, फिर ज़्यादा load नहीं लेना है. So she's very volatile. She's very charged. She can handle multiple things at a time. And whatever she does, she does not do it for the heck of doing it. So as far as, if you ask me, in our life, she's done, I would not say sacrifices, but she has let go of certain things in managing the kids, but at the same time handling other aspects of our life. But with the kids, she's been wonderful. Like I proudly say that इनको बड़ा करने में मेरा कोई हाथ नहीं है. So it's completely Rinki's upbringing and the way she's handled our family, our life. That is something that I'll always be loving her and will be grateful to her for that.
So I think that actually, because of Rinki, you can just call yourself a happy family man. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Thank you. So Rinki, first of all, my question to you is, how do you manage this energy? Because I've seen this energy infectiously, amazingly since college year. I think you're gifted. This is what I know. I
think this is the answer, because it is not something that I'm doing it purposely or I have to think about it. This is how I am. I can't plan anything that way. But before talking, I don't even think twice what am I talking. It just comes, and the roles and responsibilities are too much, so I have to be organized. If I want to be happy and if I want everything to be done perfectly, I have to manage and I have to channelize. So that's how I am. I mean, there's nothing that I'm doing it out of purpose or thinking about it before doing it.
Yeah, but I still think there is a lot of credit to you, because if Mihir says that whatever you're taking up, you're doing it एकदम दिल से, बहुत अच्छा कर रही हो, जो भी करेगी ठीक से करेगी. I'm sure it takes some effort for you?
Lot of effort.
What are
It
those
takes
tips?
lot of effort.
Yeah,
It
what are
takes
the
lot of
tips
effort.
you would share with maybe women in business right now, maybe who are watching us?
I'll tell you one
Yeah.
most important thing.
Yeah.
I don't look at others' lives, or I don't look at what others are doing, or it doesn't get into my head. So what I do is I hardly follow people on Instagram, especially of my own field, because I don't want to get affected, or my channel or thought of thinking shouldn't change because somebody else is doing something else.
What an amazing way of looking at
So
this.
I think that is the only thing how I live. I do what I want to do. I do what all I feel is right. Who all I want to help. Every day I get minimum 3 calls from unknown people asking for some or the other help. So maybe if it's kids' clothes, or it's related to school, or related to their career, or related to their wife or husband, or anything. So I have to. If I have time for 1 second, if I do message them and reply them back with whatever help I can. But I still think that it's just that this is how I live.
Yeah,
So,
but I think Rinki, you just shared an amazing tip right now, because looking into others' life sucks a lot of energy out of you, and you just
there's no
forget.
time. There's so many things to do in life.
Exactly.
You don't have to think what others are doing.
Absolutely. I think that is so much of saving energy. I think this is
That is where my energy is saved.
saving and all that. Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing this. I think this is a secret of your energy that you shared with all of us. So what are those amazing things about Mihir that you think that this is something that I still love this guy, even after what, 19, 20 years that you mentioned? So
Yeah, I'm still very much in love with this guy, no matter what. Okay.
wow.
So then I think the way he's describing his weaknesses, for me, it would be the plus points of how he is. The way I am always into a hectic schedule with too many things to do. Just because he's so calm and he's just so relaxed. Sometimes it is annoying that how come you are so relaxed?
That's what you
But
said.
it's good to have someone, at least someone who has his head is a bit cooler than you have. So I think, and what else should I say about him?
Anything that comes to your mind.
I think I love him the way he is, for sure. For whatever he does, every Tuesday I still get a red rose when he goes to the temple.
Wow.
So then I think he loves everything and he tries to do everything for me and my family. And then, or maybe it's my parents or his parents, or even he is of the same type. He can also not say no to everyone or to anything. So that's how we both connect. The basics are very, very similar. We both are foodies. We both like to travel. We both love our families. So we try and do everything. So it's not that we argue on stupid things like remote मेरे पास नहीं है या क्या देखना है. We both decide to watch the same thing always.
Wow.
So there are certain things that are so many are similar in between us. So that's how it, we are still going strong.
That is beautiful. That is just beautiful. I think one of the most beautiful things is, so Mihir, whatever it is, even though she gets angry sometime and she asks you to change, never change. Okay, remember this. Your recording khol ke dekh lena. That Rinki used like this.
I think both of us
whatever I ask, he's not going to do that.
Now I think post 40 now both of us are sorted. You have your own this thing, I have my own this thing.
I know.
And now accept
people
it.
People say
this
that
is how
after
both
40
of us
you
are.
can't change. So yes, nobody
it's not
can
about change.
now.
It is more about accepting. It's not about changing. It is about accepting that this is what the person is and this is how it is. And I guess just go with the flow. I think that's how it should be. Zyada pressure डाल के कुछ
load नहीं लेने का. I love that attitude. And
no, but even though he's saying that, but he has changed quite a bit in the past few years. He tries to be on time. At least he gives that effort to be on time. He tries to organize. He feels that he should be organized.
So
he tries to make a few responsibility of the family also.
Doing it with your own gut is always better than being told.
So nicely said. I'm sure he will be on time wherever he wants to be on time.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That is how it should be, right? I mean,
yes,
each has its own individual. I mean,
and I think sometimes somebody else tells us, sometimes you just don't want to be on time because somebody else told you that.
Told you to be on time.
that kid just comes out of you.
Yeah.
So my next question.
No, it doesn't come out of you. It is still there.
Still always there. Wonderful. So So guys, any specific challenges as a couple, because you are a business couples that I really admire, that any specific challenges that you would like to mention, or how did you just overcome it? Any specific incident that you remember, would you like to share with all of us?
So I think with our work, which everyone is so passionate about, we are very obsessed, right? In the kind of field that we are. It's not a
Yes.
mechanical work. कि भाई,
True.
ये कर रहा है, ये कर रहा है. So at times, yes, we do feel that there are difference of opinions and there are a difference of approach towards a project or towards working or stuff like that. That time, I think there is a bit of a thing. So the point that you mentioned, that how do you organize or how do you define the roles? At that moment, we feel कि नहीं यार, ये अगर सिर्फ रिंकी करती तो better होता, ये सिर्फ मैं करता तो better होता. अगर ये decided होता तो. But नहीं हुआ तो नहीं हुआ. I mean, we are just going with the flow still.
We can fight over it, and then
Yes.
we will later realize after a few days.
But I
it's
think,
not worth it.
I think you guys already mentioned this solution is just about trusting yourself in that moment. That Rinki,
It happens, but then you are obsessed, right? With the experience, with each one's understanding, frame of mind, thought process.
True.
At that particular time, you may not feel in tangent with the other person. It does happen because of the field that we are in.
But no, I feel if it is any other field also, even if the field is not creative,
it can be any home chores also. Yes, of course.
Yeah. Everybody is obsessed with their own day, so will feel now what I am doing is right only. So
Absolutely.
it is like every individual, it's a human behavior, I feel. So if nobody will feel like, no, I'm doing something wrong, you know?
Yeah. I think that is the best thing anybody can get, because if everybody thinks I'm right, I think they are the winner of life, right, guys?
Yeah.
So any longest challenge that you faced, even though there are, struggle between you guys about, difference of opinion or something, what was the longest project that, or a longest, I wouldn't say a fight, but a longest something that you were not able to come on the same page? Anything that you specifically remember in this last 19 years?
No.
Nothing.
It didn't last that long. I mean, yes, there were ups and downs, but it didn't. I mean, fortunately, it didn't.
I think it's not important because you don't remember anything.
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys. This whatever I'm talking to you is such beautiful thing. It's good to know you guys more and more. So before we just say bye to everybody, of course we are going to play a last game, which is something fun, and I already know the answers, but we are just going to play it for fun because I know you guys kind of well. So, but any tips or any suggestions or any exchange of energy points that you want to give to couples who are looking forward to start business together, or even to couples who are in business together, but somehow they're not getting along because they do love each other, but still when it comes to business, something goes wrong. Any quick tips or maybe 2 to 3 pointers that guys make sure that you follow this, or anything you both want to share? We would love to hear.
No, you say.
I have not.
You have to.
Yeah, you both have to.
So I feel you have to be concerned, but at the same time, you have to give the space to the opposite person as well. So it cannot be a casual thing that jo karna hai wo tu kar, ya mere ko jo karna hai main karunga. There has to be a sense of concern. There has to be a sense of respect for your spouse. But at the same time, that space has to be given to that individual about what he or she wants to do in life. Like if they want to pursue something, if they are I mean, for us, I think, at least for me, it is about the conviction. If she is very powerfully convicted about certain things, ye mujhe aisa hi hona chahiye. And if I am in two minds, I will try to be if I'm not going all out to support her, I will not try to be finicky about it either. So I think the concern and the love is where it takes care of the rest of the things for me in my part of the story. I don't know how she does it.
Even I don't know how I do.
Yeah.
But I think I just said, I think in the beginning only I said, I think it's trusting the partner, the entire office, we have almost a staff of 40. There are so many things to be decided every day. It's not an easy thing to, take care of the entire office the way even he does it. So you have to trust the person for sure.
Wonderful.
For every decision that each of them is making, because there are so many things to do. You can't keep questioning, if everything, I feel.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, either you identify, but then it becomes too formal, I would say, if you identify the
True.
roles and
Yeah.
this thing. So for us, going with the flow has
because
worked.
love cannot be so
Yeah.
robotic.
I
Yeah.
still feel that, you know, it's good that we were not channelized, or we had not distributed the job responsibilities, and we still work together on everything. That was the fun part. Now the kids have grown up, you had barely get time with each other. At least we could spend those time and days and, you know,
Yeah.
together, working together.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. So before we go to the game, I have one more question. As business couples.
Prize मिलेगा कि नहीं game में?
Sorry?
Prize मिलेगा कि नहीं? Gift है कि नहीं for the game?
I don't have any sponsor yet, but I think I can manage that. Valentine gift पहुंच जाएगा. Okay, so my question is, before we go to this game, it just came right now. I know this question is not planned, but being parents right now, doing the parenthood together, being a couple together, being a business couple together, how do you guys in today's time find time for each other, Mihir? And if you, I know it's very hard to find time for each other, but do you put, what are the suggestions that you would give to people, that is it necessary for the couples to find time for each other? It could be just like that one moment that you mentioned, that Rinki still gets that red rose, every Tuesday. So is there anything that you guys decide that, whatever it is, Rinki, we have to make sure that we go out for this dinner or anything?
nahi hota hai. So for me, I would just like to say, for me, I think this is one space where there could have been certain changes or difference of opinion. So for me, it is whatever moment, whenever you get 5 minutes in the morning, you get 10 minutes in the night, you get 15 minutes during the day. I think you have to make the most of it. You cannot plan. We did try that, I think, for a few months, that every Saturday we'll go out for dinners and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think it should not be out of compulsion. I mean, if there's love, it's love. Like whenever and wherever. Like subah uthe ke bhi, if I'm on the bed and if she's around me and if we are looking at each other, I mean, that 10 minutes should be more than enough for us to energize ourselves. ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए कि आज ये है तो आज ये करना है ये. I mean, this is my philosophy of life. I live by the moment. I don't think too much कि भाई ऐसा करना चाहिए, ये करना चाहिए, वो करना चाहिए. I'm 10 minute मिला, 10 minute.
That's it. Right now, I just want to tell you, Rinki, I love you. That's it. Yeah.
That 10 minutes have to be unforgettable, whatever time you get, whenever in the day. So I believe in that. I don't know about, I think she likes to be more organized. She feels कि हाँ होना चाहिए, outings होना चाहिए, elaborate dates.
See, what happens with me is that there are too many things at home to be, there are too many responsibilities. So out of that focusing one more thing specially is not going to happen. If I am
this man is yours already. Yeah. So but still, because you're a planned woman, so do you manage anything, or do you initiate dinner dates, or maybe outing sometime?
I try to inform him, like Sunday breakfast is a family time, so we have breakfast together on Sundays only. The remaining days, each one of has their own schedule.
Yes.
So we manage it till the time we were working together all the time. So then if a meeting is cancelled, we make sure that we go out for lunch. Or if the meeting is winded up, early, we go for dinner, both of us together. Our girls are grown up now. They enjoy. They are very happy. We both go out of the house.
True. Yes.
And they want to enjoy their own space now. So we do manage to go out like that.
Wonderful.
For some time, for sure.
That is beautiful, guys. Okay, so are you ready for the game?
Depends on the price.
वो प्राइस गेम के बाद पता चलेगा. मिहिर, अभी मेरे पास स्पॉन्सर ही नहीं है.
ठीक है, चलेगा, चलो.
So the game is easy. It is kind of rapid fire. So the moment I shoot a question, you don't have to say a word. You just have to point. If the answer is Mihir, Rinki will just point at you. If Rinki says it's a question that who does what. And if, for example, if I ask that who is the messy one, maybe Rinki will just point at you and you can point at Rinki. It can be a glitch as well. It doesn't matter. So you just don't have to say it and point. It can be you or her. That's it. Ready? Okay, I just have 5 questions. First question. Who is most planned at home? Who is a better parent? Rinki is so modest, so sweet. Who is more messy at home? Okay. Who is the one who makes impression on the clients at office?
I mean, if both of us are there, she.
She.
If I am only there, then there's no choice.
Okay, well that's nice. So okay.
So then even the messier partner, there are two parts, messier at home and messier at office.
Okay.
So he is so well organized in office.
Okay.
I'm surprised how he lives in the house the way that he lives. He's carefree at house and home, and he's absolutely well organized in the office. Doesn't, you know, you will come to my office, it's 12 years old now. You feel it's just made 6 months back.
Wow. Hats off to that. That is so sweet. So my next question is, could you tell like Mihir, Rinki individually, your favorite, maybe just one or two or three things that you personally love? It could be your hobby. It could be something that, you know what, Shweta, I've been taking care of this for a long time. Anything that specific you did, because this is a Valentine special. So how much, I also want to know that how much you guys love yourself. So any specific thing that, yeah, I know maybe you don't get time for your hobby every time, but do you remember at least that one or two things or three things that you love, not just because of Rinki or not just because of Mihir, individually?
You can start.
I have my list ready.
That is so nice. Come on, you inspire us. Yeah.
So, I mean, cricket has always been my first love.
Yes, I know that.
And it's still there. So I've started playing again. So that is something that I love. And I'm so happy that I'm trying to get back to my fitness routine. So that is one thing. I love riding. So Rinki's gifted me a bike. So that is one more passion that I intend to pursue. And third is obviously spending time with the family. That is something which gives me immense joy without any pressure of any projects or any exams or any.
I know, just love.
So it's just chilling. I mean, that is something that I always look for. So these three things is something that I am driven towards over and above the work and over and above the chaos of life. Yes.
And I think
no regrets.
It's business gifted with your passion itself. So I think your work also is your own.
So for us, it's at least for me, I have zero regrets, zero regrets in whatever I do. So I'm pretty much happy doing everything that I'm doing.
That is such a beautiful quote I've ever heard. That zero regrets in whatever I'm. Amazing. Absolutely. Thanks for inspiring. Rinki, your turn.
I don't know what to say because I'm the one who never has a list of what to do and what I want to do as such. I think I don't know what should I say.
I remember in college you used to sketch a lot. So do you still do sketching, or maybe do you get time for that, Rinki? Because I know you have too much on your plate.
No. I don't get time for sketching. I don't get time for dancing. I don't get time for any my hobbies. But then I'm okay with whatever I'm doing. I have too many things to do. Maybe I'll, schedule certain things for maybe 1 or 2 few years later on.
Yeah.
I totally cherish the lockdown time of 2 years. I'm so happy that it came by.
Wow.
Because all 4 of us together at home, having lunch, breakfast, dinners together.
So beautiful.
Watching those endless movies the entire nights. It was amazing spending the time with family, and I think that is the only thing that I cherish the most, is time with my family.
That is beautiful.
So then, I think he is at home after so many years. Kids are at home. What more do you need?
That is beautiful.
I think
so that is your favorite thing to do. But nice. It's beautiful to hear that. So, guys, thank you so much for coming on Masterful TV and sharing, giving your time and energy and sharing the secrets of your successful, I would say, marriage, business life. Any last words to everybody else who's listening this Valentine special video? Any last words?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Wonderful. Okay. Thank you.
One more. Gift.
Yes. Sorry? Gift. I'll come back to you after I get a sponsor. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Catch up. Yeah.